So, good evening once again. You're welcome, everyone. This evening section, and we're going to be focusing on how we can go about this futures trading. Trading is something we have to venture into as much as possible because there's much opportunity, like we do say on these particular markets, that we have been missing for years. Because ROYALQ has added the feature to the robot for like about 2 years now, if I'm not mistaken. And most of us always ignore it simply because of the negative information and negative report or personal experience some of us has come across or through somebody regarding future trading or forex, right? So, but thank God for ROYALQ robots that makes it so easy and seamless for us to utilize and make profits out of the future market with calculated and minimal risk. You understand? Because of a lot of features attached to the robot, using it to trade on future market. Time of margin call configuration, lack of strategy mode, and several features that make it so that helps the opportunity of losing trade on future market very minimal. So, and that's what we call calculated risk taking, right? So my last 7 to 8 days experience now has been good and it has been bad sometimes. So when it was bad is when it caused by personal mistake anyway, and not doing the right thing at the right time. That will make little negative experience I had. But on a most 7 days now, or 8 days, I had 7 good days successful trade profit record. 7 good days, except that day, the only day that I made mistakes. So out of 7 days, I have 6 wins, which is great. 6/7 is great. It's a win reward. It's a win mark, right? When you get 6 out of 7, that's amazing. That's amazing. Without having any trade on floating loss or waiting to sell off. No. 6 wins out of 7. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So with knowledge and what's it called? Capital management. So I will just go straight to my ROYALQ and share how we can go about these settings. I won't take much time here tonight because I'll be busy the next 30 to 40 minutes. I want to attend to something as well. So can you share my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see it very, very clear. Very neat.
All right, good. All right, good. Now, when you came to ROYALQ, you must have bind your robot, enable spot market, future market. At the same time, activate your future account on Binance. I have the video sent to all the major groups, our major group for future trading. At the same time, you must have changed the coin, each of the coin. I sent the picture of those coins as well. Peter Samson has told me he has done it. That's fantastic. Everybody must do it. If you fail to do that, you have already planned to fail. I repeat, if you fail to go and change each and every coin on Binance with that picture, that screenshot I posted, listed each of the coin, abbreviation of the coin, and go to your Binance and search for each of those coins on future and make sure you change it from cross to isolated. If you have failed to do that, you have already planned to fail. And I'm telling you for a fact from experience, you have already planned to fail because some people might be so lazy and irresponsible, thinking that it's going to take a long time for them to do that, and you want to ignore it. You have already planned to fail. I repeat it. So here is not a play. This kind of market is not a market you come with charlatans. You don't come here as a charlatan or charlatan attitude. You think you can just be very lazy and ignore something. You are going to pay. You're going to pay. You will learn in the hard way. You can see the way I mean business by speaking this way. You will learn the hard way. You cannot be here and be lazy, not applying what they are telling you to do. You will learn in the hard way by losing your money, right? You will learn in the hard way by losing your money. So if you have followed those process effectively, one after the other, as I share on the group, you have already 50% pass. You have already 50% prepared pass, right? All your coin are isolated. You can see I'm money on that spot, on that pot. You must not trade on cross. You must not trade any coin on cross. You will fail. That's the bitter truth. You will fail. I don't know how much capital you are using compared to me that I make the mistake to go and trade on spot. I mean on cross with my big capital. Now imagine some of you trading with $200, $100, and you thinking you will pay, you will learn the hard way. So make sure you go to the back to the group and get those listed coin. Go to your Binance and change this one after the other. Maybe it's about 50 or 100. I don't care. Go and do it one after the other on Binance. And once you are done with that, then the next thing is to do your settings. I shared the video on how to do settings as well in the morning, right? So and this is how you go about the settings. I have some settings here. Come here to mine, click on strategy, my strategy settings. Click on strategy settings and click on more if you don't have any settings before, or if you are new here. So, but I have some settings. Let me just, do I need to do another settings right now? Okay, let me do another one for example, but it will take time because of the margin configuration I will be inputting. Let me just click on edit to show us the settings on here. To show the settings I did here. So I will click on this edit, this pencil sign. I can always edit my settings through that. So by doing that, I will show you what I have on my settings. And this is it. On your first, when you get here, risk type, select conservative, right? Then write remark, future settings. Just type future settings or future strategy on that remark, or your capital. You can put $50 future setting or $100 future setting or thereabout. But this setting is good for $50 to like $1,000 because it has enough margin calls. You know, you have enough margin call. So even if you are using $50 and your capital can only take 10 margin call, you are okay. Yeah, you get my point. So same thing, somebody using $200 can buy more than 10 margin call, 20 margin call, up to $1,000 margin, $1,000 capital. You know, so that's why I did the settings once and for all. That it's suitable for both small capital and the big capital individuals. Depending on your capital, between $50 to $1,000, you can use the setting. So, and then here I said 10% on that my setting video. I said 10%, I mean $10 here. It's not, we are not actually using $10. We just put a figure there. Why? Because in future trading, you don't determine your first buy with USDT. No, you can only determine your first buy with the amount of dollar equivalent to the leverage you are using. Are you getting my point? Equivalent to the leverage you are using or the value of that coin. So when I get there, I will show us. Just one of my traders showed. I will have shown us that, right? So, but I will show us and how I can enter another trade if I see a good signal. So now, I've just put 10 here. It doesn't mean that it's the first, but I just put 10 there. But these are the most important part. Margin configuration, put 30 here. As you can see, we put 30 here, 30 margin call, 30 margin call. Then all position take profit. Use 1.1% take profit, 1.1% take profit. So that your whole position take profit call back. When the take 1.1% triggered, the rubber will come down by 0.1 and give you 1% profit. And it might get to 1.5, 1.82%, 3% before it drop by 0.1. So instead of 1.1%, you might get 3%, you might get 4%, you might get exactly 1% at the end of the day. So that is the essence of using 1.1 and 0.1. And then buying callback. You guys will already understand all this. So the setting is not really different from spot settings. Just that the most important thing is the usage of the margin call and the first buy amount. Number one is first buy, the first buy amount calculation, very essential. And how you use your margin call. And here we use whole warehouse mostly, so that we maintain our average price as the market is help us to buy margin call. As the robot is helping you to buy margin call, it will be reducing and making your average price closer to the current price. So, and once it's on old warehouse, the robot will not sell any margin call separately. It will hold that average price it has bring closer. It will stand there even if the market is coming down. And if market is coming up again, once you have bought those margin call and your sub-sell position, this thing, you put 1.1 there or 1.3. When market is coming up, you'll be selling those margin call individually. If you have used old warehouse, so bring more real-time settlement, it will be selling those margin call individually. But now, if you are using old warehouse, it will not say any margin call. It will only be buying them, accumulating those margin call, adding them to your capital. It will adding the one is buying, adding it to the total capital you have invested, and it will be making your average price closer to the current price, so that you can leave the trade and leave the market on time in profit. Whereas if it is real time settlement, it will be reducing the average price it has bought for you and making it far from current price. Immediately they are selling those margin calls. It will be returning the average price back to where he bought it before he bought that margin call. Because once you sell it, the position will be lost and the average price will be lesser, will be reduced. But if it is all way out, it will not sell the margin call. As it has made it closer to the current price, it will be there so that the market can trigger take profit on time and you leave the coin. So we are using old warehouse, but take note of those points based on that. So then margin callback. These are how the settings goes. Margin callback. Margin configuration. So margin call drop, you can see 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, up to margin call 10. Then from margin call 11, 0.7, 0.7. Then from margin call 16, 1% up to the last 30 margin call here. So you can see. And the multiple times can be 1. It depends on your capital. So in most cases, one can put 2. It's not bad to put 2. Why? Because first buy amount is going to be you, and when you get there, your first buy amount must be $5 minimum after the first buy amount has been bought. If you want to be using that strategy of using 50% of your capital as a first buy to enter the market, so that once you now enter the market, you must change it back. You must change your first buy amount back to have $5 figure as first buy on the coin, so that your robot will have enough capital to available to purchase margin call. If you fail to change the first buy amount from the initial 50% of your capital you used to buy, and you didn't change it, and the robot came down by 0.5, it will only buy one margin call, because the available balance will be your remaining capital, which is 50%. Because you have used 50% to enter the first buy amount, and you forget to now change it to $5. Assuming your capital is $100, you divide it by 2 by entering the market with the 50%, which is $50 worth. You understand? Now you are supposed to come and edit your first buy amount after it has start trading. After the trade has triggered, you are expected to come and edit it back to have $5 figure on your first buy amount from the $50. You understand? You have entered with, so that you have $50 to buy margin call on $5. You understand? But if you forget to change it to $5 from $50 first buy amount, it will only buy one margin call, which is once the market drop by 0.5, it will buy $50. Even if you use one here, that's when if you only put 1 here. If it is 2, it will not buy anything, because it will tell you that if you put 2 here, it will tell you that 50 times 2, that's $100. Whereas you don't have $100. You have used, so assuming it is 1 you use on this multiple buying ratio, 1, and you forget to change your first buy after you have bought 50% of your capital as a first buy, and the robot now bought the first margin call, you have used all your capital, because you buy $50 straight away. But if you have edited it back to $5 after the first buy has triggered, definitely you have $50 available. So 50 divided by 5, you'll be having, how many is that? That's, I think, 10, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Am I correct? 5 times can somebody help me out? Yeah, that will be 10 now. That should be 10. Yes, that should be 10. 50 divided by 5 will give us 10. Am I correct? Anybody there? 50 divided by 5
Yes, that's
should
10.
give.
That's 10.
So it means you
That's
can have, your robot can be able to buy 10 margin call for you. Up to 10 margin calls, which is about 1%, 2%, 3%, 5%. About 5%. About 5%. So dollar cost average it. If you use 5x, or you use 12, or you use 10x, it depends. Well, we'll get to that x and s matter. We just try to rush this part so that we understand. It's not, the difference is not much. Or let me just encourage 111, because most people will just be using $50, $100 to trade. So it's buying one time, one time. So one time for you, 0.5, 0.1 time. That's how you do your margin configuration. You understand? Because this robot must be able to buy on time. Assuming you use 10x on your leverage, it means when market go against you by 10%, that's when you can get liquidated. So if you now go and use 1.5%, 2%, 2.5%, it means it will not buy on time. If you use 1%, 1.5, 3%, 3%, like 4 margin call, about, then we just buy like 3 or 4 margin call. And market might not even read the last the next margin call to purchase, where you have money available, but your margin configuration is so wide, your percentage drop is so wide that it has even big beyond your liquidation percentage you're supposed to calculate. And the earlier the robot purchase, the better it dollar cost average your entry price and bring your average price closer to the current price. That's why I try to use lower percentage. You understand? So that you can buy enough margin call as much as possible. As the market is coming down, as early as possible. So that's how you do that. Then you now save it. You save it, and I don't need to go to distributed take profit allocation. It's not necessary because we are mostly using old warehouse mode. So it's not going to sell any position separately. It's not going to sell any position separately using old warehouse mode. So this is not necessary. So, and that's how you go. Then make sure it's on one shot here. Strategy mode, one shot. Then you are done with the setting. Save it up. So you are done. So whenever you want to pick a trade, just like future. You can see this is a future page. Can you see my screen there, Samsung? Do you get what I'm saying? Where is my this thing now? Okay. Never too late. Can you see my screen there, Samsung? This is spot. This is future. Are you following at all? Am I talking to myself?
Yeah, we are following.
Yes. Can get you. We are with you.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Are you sure? I hope you are getting the point. I hope you are getting the point. I'm explaining it.
Flash your screen again.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So are you getting the point that I'm explaining? So there's a lot to talk about. I'll just give us an example on how we can pick a trade. How we can pick a trade to start, right? I'll give us an example how we can pick a trade to start. Just come normal. But here now, see now, this is sports. This is sports. You want to pick a future signal, future trade. This is sports. This is future. You must click on future. They are beside each other. You must click on future. Take notes. You must click on future. This is not place you are going to be coming with charlatan attitude. I told you, and I keep repeating it. There's a lot of money here, and there's a lot of responsibility and seriousness here at the same time. Because you want the money, you must be ready to do the work. And what is the work here? This is not like playing. There's no serious work here. than to be serious and be responsible and be smart with one's life and making things better for him or herself. You can't claim you want to really make money and you're not ready to do the little activity involved in making the money. Then you don't deserve to make the money. I do tell people, there's no cheap and free money anywhere in the world. You understand now? So everybody making extremely great impact in life, they are taking extremely great responsibility about their life and they are making money activities. So if you really deserve and desire to make this big money, be ready to put in the time and the work and the effort to get things right and do the right thing with the knowledge required. So very, very important. Take notes, I repeat. Click on features. Because sometimes somebody will now go and click on sport and say, I forget. You forget what? There's nothing that I forget here. Though there's no cost around, but you must click on sport, future, beside the sport. And when you click on future, you can see the name, list of future coin here. You see perpetual under them. Hyper USDT under them, perpetual. Each of every one of future coin, you always see perpetual under any one of them. That's why you are seeing them here like this. Every future coin, you will see perpetual under them or in front of them. So you can now click this is the coin I trade. I don't know. Network is not really strong. It's not showing me the graph. My network. So let's say this coin, I want to trade this coin now. For example, Sto USDT. Sto USDT. So I will not click on, or you search for it here. Either way, you can search for this. Normally way you search for coin on ROYALQ. If you have been trading them before, you see them on your favorite list. If you have not traded them before, these are the coins I've traded before. That's why you are seeing them on under my favorite list. So anyone I've not traded before, I will not click on hold and search for the coin name. STO. Then this STO. Click on it. I understand. Create. If you want to trade, and this is where the work starts. This is where the big thing, the real thing starts. If you want to trade on long, you click on long. If you want to trade on short, you click on short. Every signal always comes with differentiation of whether you should long or you should trade on short. Every signal that will be dropping must come. It must come. It is a must scenario, and it is a must for you to differentiate and select each of the trade you want to go into according to the signal given. So if the signal says long, it's long. If the signal says short, it's short. Even though I'm not going to trade any long, I never trade any long. I don't think I will trade any long as I speak. So even though I'm not going to, but you can easily make the mistake. You are not very disciplined and observative. You can easily make the mistake. You must, if they say signal, short, this is long, go. It's different from short. Long, this is short. So, and we are mostly trading on shorts. Most of our signal, all of our signal will be coming with short. In that regard, what are you going to do? You click on shorts. Can you see? Based on your phone might be in dark, or it might be in white. Sometimes my phone might be it on black. But once I don't click on it, once I don't click on shorts, I know, see, I don't do on that short. You click on that name, the right short. You know you don't do under. So you can see the white has changed to this short now. If I click on long again, the white will return to the long. It means I want to trade on long. So, but I'm trading on short. The white will return to short now. So click on shorts. Take note, you. So now let's proceed on you now click on trade settings. Strategy mode is always on warehouse. I don't know that's a problem. It's always on warehouse already. So now, what are you going to do now? You click on trade settings as usual. Yours will be showing you smart create. Yours will be showing you smart create. Then click on manually create. Because I've created it before, that's why it's on manually create already. So once you see it on smart create, click on manually create. And once you do click on manually create, just what is it called? And that is another thing you know that you have selected shorts. All these things doesn't take you 1 minute to just I'm trying to explain it because the signal trading doesn't take more than 3 to 5 minutes, and you'll be told not to enter again after 3 to 5 minutes. So once I've done your homework, entered and everything already before the signal came in, and when you get the signal, you must enter within 1 minute. Latest 2 minutes to start your trade, right? So that the trade might not have delivered for people who enter on time, and you are still battling with settings. And you are still battling with settings on what to do with your settings. Ladies and gentlemen, you are going to be in pepper soup because the coin might go against you, right? So it's very essential you have very fast and know what you're doing. And this is another thing you know you are on short. You can see here. Once you get to this manually create, it's already showing you that side. That is, which side are you trading? Short. If it's long, you see it here that it's showing you, it's saying long, right? Let me go back and use that as an example again. Return and click on long so that we see that side to be very sure of what I'm saying. Can you see now? On side, what are you seeing there? We are now seeing long. It means if I continue on this trade, I'm on long. I want to trade long. You understand? So we must. This is another thing you know that you are about to trade short or long. It's another place you know after you are done with that this week. So this is what I'm saying the other time. I think it's about you or something. So it's showing black now. So I don't click on short. Trade settings. Manually create. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We can hear you now. We can hear you now.
All right, good. I think it's my network. Yeah. So I'm back now. Now, so I said, so this is why I was the other time. My template, choose the strategy settings. So choose your settings and click on the setting. The setting on the first page. So you can see that's imagine call 1.1. So this is the first one on my list. Then click on it. Once you click on it, that's reflected on what? That's reflected on every where's my pen? I can't see this pen again. It don't disappear. Okay. So it has reflected on what? On each and every. I think it automatically brings the figure of each coin, what's in dollar. I think it automatically brings it the what in dollar, which is minimum of $5. Minimum of $5. And this is the amount of this coin that worth $5, which is 49 coin. So 49 coin is worth $5. Right? So it is that 49 that we will put here, and it's showing you below the equivalent in USDT. Can you see now? The equivalent in USDT is showing me below. So the meaning of this, and at the same time, what is it called? Leverage. We have leverage. We have margin configurations already there. So leverage, I'll change it to either that's the amount you want to borrow with your actual capital. Your leverage can be 2x, 3x, 5x, 10x. Akon was able to explain yesterday or yesterday. So your leverage determines the amount of money that will be available for you to trade and determine your profit. So, and the higher the leverage, the higher the risk. the higher the leverage, the higher the risk, the higher the profits. The higher the leverage, the higher the risk of liquidation, the higher the profits. You can see it's a three-tiered thing. The higher the leverage, the higher the liquidation opportunity, at the same time, the higher the profits you can make. You understand? So because if you have what is it called? If you have $100 trading capital and you want to use 10x, which means your $100 you have asset. I mean, let me say you have $10. Sorry, no, yeah, $100. Let me use $100. Let me use $100. Yeah, $100 trading capital, and you want to use 10x. It simply means you have opportunity to trade the $1,000 with your 10x. What is 10x? So just as me changing this 1 to 10, adding 1 to it and make it 10. So if I put on this leverage now, leverage multiple, I put it on 10x, you can see it there. It simply means I'm trading on 10x, that whatever is my actual capital on Binance, it will be multiplied by 10. So if it is $100, that is $100 times 1,000. I will have extra 900. You understand? They will borrow me. They will borrow me extra 900 to make it 1,000 since I'm on 10x. At the same time, if I change it to 5x, it simply means my $100, I will have $500 to trade because I'm on 5x. My $100 will multiply by 5. So I can trade with amount of $500 maximum. I can trade with maximum of $500. So imagine if I trade with $500, I have $100 capital and I have access to trade with $500 on leverage of 5x, which means you have a higher profit margin because your actual capital is $100 and you are borrowing $400 to it, making $500. So if you now take, let's say you take 5% of $500, that's about $25. You get the point now. If you take 2% of $500, that's about $10. You get the point now. If you take 1% of $500, that's $5. Just 1%, that's $5. You get the point. So that is how this leverage works. This is the practical part of it. That's how it works. At the same time, if I edit it to 3x, it simply means my $100 capital will be $300 available for me to trade because I'm on 3x. I'm on 3x. I'm on what? I'm on 3x. So I always encourage to start with smaller leverage, with smaller leverage, like how? Maybe 2%, I mean 2x, 3x, 4x, maximum of 5x. Maximum of 5x. I repeat, maximum of 5x. Hello, maximum of 5x. Never go beyond 5x. Always start from 2x to 5x. Always start from 2x to 5x. How do I mean? Why? Because with this 5x now, before your capital can be liquidated, the market will go against you by 20%. The market will go against you by 20%, and it's very rare. If it is 10x, the market will only go against you by 10%. If you enter a trade and the trade is now going against you, just like floating loss, you now have negative 10. You can be liquidated if your capital is not well managed to position for proper margin configuration and average price closer. So, but if you use 5x, you can see the margin has doubled. The rate of liquidation has doubled from negative just 10% on the coin to 20% before you can be your capital can be affected if you are on 5x. At the same time, if you are on 2.5x, that will be 40%, right? That will be 40% because 20% multiplied by 2 will give you 40% if you're on 2x, 2.5x. So if it is 2x, maybe about 50% before your capital can be affected. Yes, if you're on 2x, the coin will go against you by 50% before you can be liquidated. So that is the safest, leverage option to choose. 2x is the safest. So only the professional and the expert go with 10x, 20x, 15 years and the likes, right? Don't near it. Don't go beyond 5x. So, and the issue I made mention about, so all the settings that I choose now from my saved setting has been reflected. Can you see? Including the margin configuration, everything is here. Can you see now? Everything is here. So you don't have to be coming to be doing it one after the other. Since you have saved it, and just go and select, choose it. The way I choose it now, right? You see? So always, and don't forget to always change the leverage for this thing. Don't forget to always change the leverage to, I'm not seeing my animation or what you call it. Don't forget to always change the leverage multiple to what? From 1 to 2 or 3 or 5 maximum. So whenever you are, before the 3 things you are doing here is choose your settings. Go to my template and choose your settings. After you done that, OWS is always the best here. And the next thing is calculate your first buy amount. So if I'm using 5x now and I'm $100 capital, for example, it simply means, and we said we always start with $50 if you want to use that strategy anyway. Some people can start with $5 first buy amount normally. So if you want to start with that capital, you can use 50% of your capital, which is $50. And I say you are on 5x. If it is 5x, you choose. So with your $100 capital and you are on 5x, how much are you going to have in total as leverage? I want somebody to answer me. This is not a theory class. Aside OK icon, I want somebody else to answer me that question. We have 10 members, 10 participants on the call right now. So I want somebody to answer me before I start calling names. Should I start calling names? You are not here to just be watching my screen. No, you are here to understand what we are doing. So in that regard, you must be able to answer those questions I've talked about before. I've already answered that question I asked. You are on 5x and your capital, your actual money, your actual capital is $100 and you choose 5x. 5x, how much are you going to have as leverage opportunity on your exchange? How much are you going to have in total when you use 5x with your $100?
That question. So that would be 500 because you put 5x. That is $500.
Correct. Correct. So you are going to have $500 on your what? On your exchange. In fact, those things, I don't know. Let me see. It's going to be taking me time. Let me see. No, we can't see it. Okay. You're going to be having $500 on available to buy, to enter, to trade in total. With your 5x, you're going to have $500 available to trade in total with your leverage, right? So whereas I will say your first buy should be 50% of everything you have access to trade with. So with your leverage now, that you now have $500, it simply means anything that you'll be seeing here, that you will put here in figure of that coin must be showing you $50 below. As you are seeing $5 below before, you should be seeing $50. You can see it's showing me 244 now, which is good. I can enter the trade with this. It's already to almost 50%. You understand? $244. And I'm expecting $250. I don't have to be typing every time and to get exact 250. No. This is one of the easiest methods I've discovered. Some people will be taking time to calculate. You don't have to be calculating every time. No. It's very easy to get the first buy amount. You can see my 2,400 is now showing me $249.6 out of my $500 5x leverage on $100 capital I have to trade. You understand? Which means with this, if I enter trade now with this figure of 2,400 coin that is showing me, that is showing you and I 2,449.6 below, I'm good to go. I'm good to go. I've used 50% of my capital like that. to enter the trade, to start the trade, so that the remaining capital will be used for margin call purchase to bring every price to the current price. You get the point now? So, and then once you are done with that, you now save. You save it. I want to believe you get that. You save it, and after you save it, my network will, after you save it, sorry for the noise. After you save it, how is this thing not my network? What's going on here? Ah. Can you see my screen? There's Samsung. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
All right, good. So why is this okay, see where this thing go ahead. I've been looking for it. So now this is the figure I input now. Amount of the coin. You can see first buying amount, STO. If it is normal spot, you will see USDT. First buying amount, open bracket, close bracket, USDT. But now it's telling you store, which is the name of the coin. Each of the coin you want to trade will show you this. And it tell you that this is the amount of the coin to start with. That is how future works. That is how future works. One of the that make differences is that. So the $2,400, I mean 2,400 coin I input on the setting is showing now here as my first buy, which equivalent to $249, 50% of my capital that I want to start the trade with. So that's it's reflecting now. After I start this trade, then what's the next for me to do is just to start it, and I create just like spot. So once I create it, the trade will start reading. Immediately I create it, what next you have to do? You need to come back to trade settings and what? Click on the first buy amount again, reduce it to what? To get $5 first buy immediately. You can see the way I'm typing it, it doesn't take time. And here I have $5, $50, 50 coin, 50 of the coin will give me $5.2. I'm okay. It simply means I've edited my first buy amount from $250 back to $5 so that the margin call will be enough for the capital. The capital will be enough for the margin call rather. The capital will be enough to purchase enough margin call as possible. So I will not go and use all the remaining $50 to buy just one margin call. If only you fail to change it from $250 to $5 a year. As you can see what I'm explaining, I'm repeating this part. So thank you. So that is it. So I've edited it back to $5 now. 50 coin is giving us $5.2. $5.2. 50 coin is giving us 5.2. 50 coin is giving us $5.2. As you are seeing below it like this. It will be showing you the USDT worth of each of those coins. So you can easily get your first buy amount and easily get any figure you want to get by typing the quantity of the coin. This is the quantity of the coin that gave us $5.2 worth. For me, that really helped me to get my first buy amount back to $5 easily. I don't need to be doing small, big calculations. Some people confused by doing some big calculation. The first buy amount times 10 divided by 10. That one is taking long. We don't need it. This is the simplest way for a layman understanding. Type the figure of the coin. If I add 0 now to make it 500 coin, it's showing me $52. Can you see? If I had another 0, it's showing me $520. worth 5,000 coin worth, it means it worth $520. So that is how you get your fourth buy amount, and how you edited it back to from 50 to 50% fourth buy to $5 back after your trade has started trading. After your fourth buy has triggered, that is when you come back to edit it like this. And that is that about these settings. So I don't know if I can see any signal available. I've shown us. I don't know. I don't know. Just that my network is not good. Let me check this one. I think this is a good entry. The coin is already coming down on 15 minutes. I've traded it before and make some money. It has given me like I think $6 or so. And after that, it has even come down more. Right? Right? I think there's an opportunity here. The coin is already on 52.8% increment. You can decide when you get to teach this later. You can also use some smaller time frame after you have confirmed from the higher time frame. You can see on 4 hours this coin is already coming down on 4 hours, and you can easily do 1 or 2% more and get out here, because at the same time you can change directions, right? But with the look of things, this coin has been pumping since 5 a.m. yesterday. Since 5 a.m. yesterday, it has been pumping on 4 hours candle up till last 4 hours, which is 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Within that 4 hours, it did over 30%. Okay, so but this is not where we are. Why we are here today? Our time has passed. I was soon going somewhere now, so I don't think I will enter this trade now. I don't think I will enter this trade now. Or let me use that as an example for us. You know, it was the one I do the settings right now. I've already done the setting. I don't have to wait any time again here. And I will enter it with let me say like $200. What? Can see the way I type it? Aha. I just want to start it with my capital here. With my capital here. With this my capital here. 207 right now. 207 with 5x. Where is this thing again? Don't know, go. I want to show you guys. Why is it hiding? I don't understand. Okay, you don't come back. So, okay, I think because of my background that caused it, can make it black like that. With this 207 USDT I have available here now, I can trade with $980. That's the maximum open on my 5x leverage that I was explaining to you. So that's the maximum I can open on 5x. Are you see? So, and out of that 980 now, my actual capital is 207, but leverage of 5x, I have about $900. So out of that $900 is what I'm now using $200 to start now, which is not even up to my 50% of my capital, right? Of that 900. So that's how it goes. 5x. My setting I entered, save, confirm, and I will activate the trade, create, and the trade has started. I will refresh it. Can you see? It's showing me now that it has what? It has started, as you can see. As you can see, it has started. I'll go back immediately Don't mind me showing the previous price. I'll go immediately to edit it back to $5 fourth buy. Can you see now? $5.2 fourth buy. And I'll save it. And let me refresh this. It's showing me the last price I entered last with my network. The current price is even average price is 0.9796 now. So it gave me $6. What time is this? 6:08. Not even too long. 6:08 this evening. You can see the date and the time there. You can see the dates. You can see $6.3 today. Today, right? 6:08 today. I've traded this coin. Gave me this money. I'm trading it again. It has bought first margin call. Can you see? On 0.5%. It has bought what? It has bought first margin call right now. It has bought first margin call. So you can see that. So that's how it works. Any question? Any question? And that is the only coin on my it has come back to normal. And this is the trade. Anybody who has question now?
I have.
Yeah, go ahead. What's your question?
Good evening. Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you.
So, okay. The capital and risk management. Like, is it not 2 days ago? You said we should use 20% of our capital to play safe. To play safe. So, what you meant is it that maybe somebody having $100 total capital now in his or Binance. So the person can just send $20 to the future page, right? Is that what you mean? Yeah, KK. KK, are you there?
I think the network is really bouncing him out.
Yeah.
Did I get
Come again. What is the question? Who is distracting
You said,
us now?
You said to play safe with the risk and capital management. You said like we can just use 20% of all the total capital. So does that mean like somebody having $100 total capital now in his or Binance? So the person should just send $20 to future page. Is that what you mean?
Yes. If you are trading with $100 capital already on Binance, on your spot market with your robot, okay. So you can easily transfer $20 there. To give it a shot and give it a try and see how it works. You understand? So and out of that $20 you transfer there, use $10 as spot buy amount, then the remaining $10 for the margin call. So you know that your $20 now, if you use 5x, that's 20 times 5. It will give you $100. How much is that? $100 here. So it means you have leverage of $100. So it means your calculation will be, your first buy amount will be the total amount, quantity of the coin that will give you $50 approximate below or your first buy amount, and then the remaining 50, you then edit it back after you start the trade like I did now. Then the remaining 50 will be allocated for margin cost.
Okay.
You get the point now.
Which is
$1 on your future account, you use $100
like that.
Like,
so I said it's going to be 30 margin call like that.
yes, the setting is there now. Of course.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
The same setting. There's no issue. The same settings.
Okay. Answered.
The remaining $50 available on your leverage. After your $50 leverage first purchase. You understand?
Okay.
You have $50 remaining on your leverage to purchase margin call. So after you edited it back to $5 after before you have filled that, definitely you have $5 times what is it called? $5 10 times. You can buy $5 10 times with the remaining leverage of $50 available. You can buy $5 10 times. So it means your robot can buy 10 margin call, which is good. Up to 10 margin call.
Okay. I think question has been answered.
So, leader success. In addition, that means if we are using any amount of our capital, so the 5x, the compulsory thing we should fix our leverage on. For example, if you are using $30 as our capital now, so it now be 30 times that 5. That will be 150. So we are now using half of that money for our entering. Then we can now, after entering the market, can now go back and re-edit it to the lower price for my cost. Am I correct?
Come again. I didn't get that question.
Now, from your explanation, you have explained. Now, Leader Okbaikon is using $20 capital as an example.
Okay.
Are you with me?
Yes.
So in summary of the explanation is that if you are using any amount for your capital, the leverage should be 5x. So I'm now talking about $30, for example.
Okay.
Maximum. So that will be 30 times 5, which is $150 for our leveraging.
Yes.
So now that 150 will now be divided into 2. So we are using half of
75.
it for
half of it for first buy entry.
Thank you. So then after the entry have been purchased, then we go back to re-edit it to fit the margin cost that we have set.
Which is $5 first buy.
Thank you. Yes, correct. So it's understood. Thank you.
Yes. Any other question? Let me stop the recording so that it should not be too long.
Good evening.
This kind of
We have less than